Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to part 6 of Dragon from Shrek's tutorial. In this portion of the tutorial we will be starting her main body, and we will be attaching the wings and front legs. Okay, so we are going to be using our fuchsia and burgundy bands in this portion. So just have them both ready. Your loom should be set up in the rectangular configuration. In this portion we will only be using 2 of the looms, but I just have them all here just so that I don't have to put them together later. But alright, so everything's in the rectangular configuration. We're going to be making some spikes. So grab your burgundy and just wrap a band around your hook, creating 5 loops. Then double loop a band onto your hook, pull that band onto it, reclaim the loops, and then take 3 more burgundy bands and pull those onto there. Okay, for this portion of the tutorial you will need to make a total of 6 of these. Okay, you can put them on a holding hook if you want to. Alright, so you have your 6 spikes ready, and now we are going to be beginning the body. Okay, so we are taking burgundy. Okay, and I'm taking 2 at a time, just going down this column. Okay, now I'm going to move to the fuchsia, taking 2 fuchsia at a time. Like that. Okay, I'm going to lift up these 2 here and place 2 more fuchsias like that, and then replace these. It's not a big deal, but it just will end up being better in the end. Lift up these 2, place 2 here. Okay, place 2 here and here. Okay, we're gonna put 2 here. 1, 2. Okay. up here, place there. Alright, let me just check this for a sec. Okay, I messed up here. We gotta take these two down to here, and then put two more. Lift up these two and put two here. Sorry about that. Otherwise it'll be not right. Okay, now we are going to be connecting the horizontal bands. So I'm starting with fuchsia here at the edge because my edge bands are fuchsia. So I'm taking 2 fuchsias at a time. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the burgundy. I'm going to put 2 there, and I'm going to put 2 in between these 2. That was not a double looped, that was 2 bands there. Okay, here I'm going to place 2 down like that, just over that peg. Okay, same thing here. Place 2 down over the peg. And there. Two across here. 2 across here. 2 there, and actually no, these are going to be magentas. So a fuchsia. I keep calling them magenta. Fuchsia. 2 fuchsia here, and 2 here. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to take my head. I'm going to go through the center set of loose bands here. Go through the loops of the center set. Okay, her head is right side up like this. Okay, I am attaching these bands around this peg here. Okay, then we're going to go through the next set here, attach those around there, and the fuchsia set here, so that the 2 sets over here are still hanging off and aren't attached to anything. Okay, I'm going to loop up once here, so I'm going to loop up, oops, that was the wrong bands, looping up here, then we're going to attach a spike. So grab a spike and wrap it around that peg there. Loop up twice. Grab another spike. If you follow my videos a lot, you probably hear me say that all the time. Grab another spike. Grab another spike. Loop up twice. And another spike. Loop up twice. And another. Loop up twice. Loop up twice, and 1 here. And loop up the final set. Okay. Now, we are going to loop up 3 times in this part. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, grab your wing. Okay, you want to grab this one. Okay, so the veins, the wing is bending this way, the veins are facing up. And we are going to go through this first set here. Okay, make sure your spike on the wing is facing the head, otherwise it'll be backwards. Okay, wrap around this peg here. Dig down and loop up once. Go through the other set and wrap those around this peg. Okay, we can loop up the rest of this column. Okay, I'm going to go down here, loop up this guy, and this guy. There. And I'm trying to think whether I want these legs choose together or not. Yeah, we can do it. Okay. Loop up this set. Okay, grab your front leg, this one. The muscles are facing up, the elbow is facing back. Make sure you grab the right one. The toes are facing the head. Go through the first set of loose bands. Wrap around that peg. And loop up once. Go through the next set. Oops. Wrap around, loop up, go through the final set, wrap around, loop up, and we can finish going up this column. Okay, now I'm going to finish looping up the rest, so here, and then we want to do the diagonals because they are on top. Then let's finish going up this column. Here. Okay, we want to tie off these 6 ends with 6 random color bands. I'm going to use black. It doesn't matter what color. Now remember, this is only half of the front portion. Okay, we're going to do the other half on the other side. So don't be shocked if this looks funny. It's supposed to look a little strange until we do the other side. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, let's do the other side of this. Alright, oh, but first, you know what we can do is we can pull out all these horizontals. It's loose here, it's supposed to be. Okay, so just pull out the edge bands. Some of them are in there more than others, because some are at the very edge and some are wrapped around 2 sets, so just make sure that they're all pulled out. Okay. Alright. So we can put that aside while we do the other side. Okay. Alright, back to the burgundy bands. Okay, 2 at a time. Now we're going to this side. Those were the fuchsias, those last 4 sets I just did. Alright, now I'm going to take 2 fuchsia bands at a time. Okay, for my edge sets here. Okay, like that. Now grab your burgundies. 2 here, and 2 here. 2 here. None here. And none of the rest. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the front body. We're going to attach the 2 remaining loose ends to these 2 pegs. So the burgundy set goes around the burgundy, and the fuchsia set goes around the fuchsia. She is right side up, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, we have the first set of the horizontals here sticking out. I'm going to take those. Okay, I'm going to take those and I'm going to wrap them around these 2 pegs here. And then I'm going to loop up 1 time on each thing, okay? Like that. And I'm going to go through the next set, wrap those around those 2. Loop up. Okay, doing good so far. Alright, now I'm going to go through the next set, which is burgundy, but it is hidden in there, okay? So you want to make sure you grab the next set of the horizontals, which are these 2 burgundies, and just wrap them around this 1 peg here. Just around the 1. Okay, and then I'm going to loop up here. Right, okay. And I'm going to loop up here and here. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my front leg, okay, my other front leg, hold it like this, so the elbow's facing back and the toes are facing that way. Muscle is on the top, okay? Go through the first set of loose bands here. We're going to wrap those around this peg, okay? Then I can loop up once here. Okay, I'm also going to loop up here. And I'm going to dig down and do this diagonal. And this one. And we can actually loop up a bunch of these. Okay, we can loop all the way up here. And here. Okay, great. Now what we want to do is we want to grab our wing, okay? The other wing, we're holding it like this, and we are attaching this first end, okay? Attach this around this peg here. Okay, just like that. Now we want to carefully, this is a little tricky because it's hard to see, grab the next 2 horizontal bands and wrap them just around that peg, okay? Then you loop up here. Okay. Now I'm going to attach the middle set of the leg to this peg. Alright. And I'm going to attach the other wing set to this peg. Okay, like that. So it should look like that. Okay, now I'm going to go through the next set of horizontals in line. So you got to kind of pull the body to find them. Okay, don't grab the wrong ones. Alright, here they are. These stick out more, which is good because you want to wrap them around these two pegs, okay? Then we loop up once on each one. Okay. Then we're going to go through the next set, which also sticks out. Wrap them around these two. And, oops, that was the wrong set. Those were the horizontal bands, which I did not want to do. Hold up. Hold on, I have to fix this now, because I grabbed the wrong bands. Just ignore what I'm doing, because I messed up. Just fixing this. Okay, anyway, you're grabbing the burgundy, not the other ones. Okay, like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift her up a little bit from the bottom because she's starting to stretch out a bit. We don't want that. We don't want the bands to be all stretched out, so I'm going to lift her up a little bit. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, you know what? Yeah, lift her up a little bit, and then we forgot to attach this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unloop this one set, just attach this end here. We don't want to forget that. And then loop that back up. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm going to lift her up a tiny bit more. Okay, now I'm going to go through the next 2 bands. Okay, make sure it's the next ones and you're not skipping any sets. Loop up. Okay. Go through the next 2. Okay, now I'm going to lift her up a little more. Okay, now we have to find a hidden set here. So the next 2 horizontal bands, we want to pull them out because they're kind of hidden in there, tucked in there. And we want to just wrap them around that one peg. Okay, then we want to find the next 2 hidden ones, which are these 2. Wrap them around just the one peg. Loop up once on each side, and then we have 2 left. Okay, we'll just go just around that one peg there. Alright, so we can loop up to the end and tie off our ends. Yay! Oh, she's so cute. Alright, so what we can do now is take off all the tying bands except for these ones at the end, all the black ones there, okay? But we can take off the ones around the base of the neck. The legs. And the wings. Aw. Alright, and then you just want to go to the next part, and we will continue working on her body. Yay! Alright, see you over at the next part, everybody.